Shabbat Shalom.
Now.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. My name is Rabbi Nina Bieber Feinstein. I'm here with cantorial soloist Cindy Paley Aboody, and we would like to welcome you to the VBS Neshama Minyan. Our theme this morning is nourishing the body and soul, supporting each other in challenging times. We're hoping that this service will bring you comfort, learning, and joy. We don't have our usual Siddur, so I'll be announcing the pages of the online Sim Shalom prayer book that is found under resources for services on Valley Beth Shalom, PBS.org's Valley Beth Shalom at Home pages. You can use your own book if you have it. If you don't have a way to look at the Siddur, hum along with us. We tried for the most part to use music that we thought many of you would know, so sing out as loud as you can. Cindy begins the service with an igun.
Lai, 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 lai. 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 La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ya, la, 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 la. Ya, la, 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 la. Ya, 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 la, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ya, la, 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 la. Ya, la, 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 la. Ya, la, 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 la.
Cindy leads us in Lechi Lach.
Lechi lach, to a land that I will show you. Lech lecha, to a place you will not go, no. Lechi lach, on your journey I will bless you. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lechi lach. Lechi lach. And I shall make your name great. Lech lecha, and all shall praise your name. Lechi lach, to the place that I will show you. Lesimchat chaim, lesimchat chaim, lesimchat chaim. Lechi lach, and you shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lechi lach.
This is the Siddur that we're using, the blue Sim Shalom. If you have it, or you have the resource online, turn to page 63 for Elohai Neshama, thanking God for renewing our life force every day.
Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Shenatata bi Tehorai. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi ata berata ata yitzarta ata nifachta bi ve'ata mishamra bikirbi Elohai nishama shenatata bi tehorahi.
As we turn to page 65 for Birchot HaShachar, the blessings of the morning, I asked some women to share feelings of gratitude that they didn't expect to have at this time of sheltering at home. I'll add these thoughts sprinkled throughout the blessings.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lesechvi bina lavchin ben yom uben laila.
Has implanted mind and instinct within every living being.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani Yisrael.
Who has made me a Jew.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani bat chorin.
Has made me to be free. I am grateful. Esther said, because the virus has stopped many things in my world, and I have gained the space and time to turn inward and learn more about myself. Rebecca, for the internet, Wi-Fi, having options and choices, and family dinners. Deb said that her daughter signed her up for an online happiness course, which has helped keep her focused and her spirits up. She's also grateful for Zoom, WhatsApp, and Facebook, which helps her combat loneliness. And Sarah said, for each day that she wakes up next to a loving person who affirms her feelings, whether up or down, and who cherishes Sarah and whom she cherishes.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam pokeach ivrim.
Who helps the blind to see.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam malbish harumim.
Clothes the naked.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam matir asurim.
Frees the captive.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam zokef kefufim.
Who lifts up the fallen. I am grateful. Phyllis is grateful for food delivery, drive-by pickup, and for being able to cook good food, for times when her kids come to the backyard to see her, and for humor. Sherry, that my husband and I still get along. Kelly, for the simplicity of each day, and for being let off the hook from the pressures of everyday life. Eve, who works in the medical profession, that I have a job that I get to go to every day.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamechin mitzadei gaver.
Who makes firm our steps.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ozer Yisrael bigvura.
Girds our people Israel with strength.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam oter Yisrael betifara.
Crowns Israel with glory. I am grateful. Marcy, that the person I'm stuck being with is my best friend, and for my beautiful surroundings. Jean, that I have been able to connect with family and friends that I normally don't have the time to connect with. Naomi, that she sees her kids and grandkids every weekend when they come to swim in the pool, also for the slower pace of life. And Stacy, for the sounds of birds, my backyard symphony.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hanoten leyayev koach.
Give strength to the weary.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam המעביר שינה מעיניי ותנומה מעפעפיי.
Remove sleep from the eyes and slumber from the eyelids. The breath of every living thing praises God. Cindy leads us in Psalm 150 on page 100 of the Siddur.
Show, Hallelujah, Bekia Uzo, Hallelujah, Bikurotav, Hallelujah, Kerov good Lord, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. Shofar, Hallelujah, b'nevo b'chinor, Hallelujah, b'tov u'machol, Hallelujah, b'minim ve'ukav. Together, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. Shama, Hallelujah, b'tzilzilei Trua, Kol Anshema, Tehallelya, Kol Anshama, Tehallelya. Feel free to move around. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Hallelujah.
You don't necessarily need a boardroom. Great ideas can emerge over dinner. You don't need to be sitting in a boardroom to identify a need or its solution. The person who might be able to fix your most perplexing problem might be sitting right next to you, as was the case with the Homeima family in Ohio last March. Dr. Lori Homeima was fearful that the hospital system that she worked for wasn't going to have enough protective gear for the medical staff in all 12 of its hospitals. She told this to her husband, Kevin, over dinner. He turned out to be the exact right person to mention this problem to. Kevin is an engineer at the Battelle Research Institute in Columbus, Ohio. Battelle had previously conducted a study for the US Food and Drug Administration showing that it was possible to decontaminate and reuse the N95 masks that were crucial to protect medical workers in a pandemic. Why hadn't this information and technology been used previously? Because before the pandemic, N95 masks were cheap and it didn't make sense to reuse them. But the pandemic caused a shortage around the world and the price had gone sky high. In order for hospitals to be able to afford the masks, they needed to be able to decontaminate and reuse them. But nobody could figure out how to do it. Battel's 4-year-old study, which had been conducted during the SARS and H1N1 flu outbreaks, had already identified the most efficient way to decontaminate the masks. The process, using a machine that emits hydrogen peroxide vapor, can be done to a mask up to 20 times without lessening the protective qualities of the mask. The Homeimas alerted the Battel Research Institute about the need and the study that had already been conducted. Battel got a $400 million grant with the Defense Logistics Agency on behalf of the US Department of Health and Human Services and FEMA. With this money, Battel can offer mask recycling services free of charge to healthcare providers and first responders at up to 60 sites across the United States. Each site can decontaminate 80,000 masks per day. Hospitals like Dr. Lori Homeima's go through thousands of masks in a normal week. To date, at least 20 sites have been set up or are in the process of being built. And it all started with one dinner conversation. If you can, please rise for the Barachu on page 107 of the Sim Shalom. Yotzer Or on the same page.
Yotzer Or uvorei choshech osei shalom uvorei et hakol Yotzer Or uvorei choshech osei shalom uvorei et hakol O chadash al Zion ta'ir v'nizkechu lanu mehera le'oro O chadash al Zion ta'ir v'nizkechu lanu mehera le'oro Yotzer Or uvorei choshech osei shalom uvorei et hakol
Gather your tzitzit, your fringes if you are wearing a talit, as Cindy sings V'Havienu on page 111 of the Siddur.
V'Havienu leshalom הארץ, ותוליכנו קוממיות, קוממיות לארצנו, כי אל פועל ישועות אתה, ובנו בחרת בכל עם ולשון, וקרבתנו לשמך הגדול, סלע באמת להודות לך ולידך ולידך באהבה. ברוך אתה אדוני הבוחר בעמו ישראל באהבה.
Turn to page 112 for Listen Israel and the Blessings of the Shema.
Listen Israel, Adonai, our God is one. Listen Israel, Adonai, our God is one. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וכשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך,
Continue silently at the top of page 113, and we'll join together at Leman. Cindy?
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, Adonai Elohechem, Emet.
Drive-by road trip by Effie Braun, one of the members of our Neshama Minyan, who is a young mother of 2 kids. As a modern family with 2 working parents and 2 young children, our schedules are packed. The days are filled with homework and sports and birthday parties and play dates for both kids and adults. We are incredibly lucky to live in a community where not only friends are nearby, but an enormous amount of family as well. Our children have been raised with this feeling of community. Social gatherings and weekly extended family Shabbat celebrations give them a general feeling of being part of a larger whole. When the quarantine began, our two children weren't able to see their friends in person. Baseball was canceled, school was canceled, group Shabbat gatherings were canceled. We were very concerned how all this would affect the kids' identity. FaceTime sessions started, but at ages 4 and 6, there's a limit as to how meaningful this type of interaction can be. We racked our brains trying to figure out how to bring some level of normalcy back to a world flipped upside down. Step one was obvious: a hyper-detailed, color-coded, Excel-based daily weekday kids schedule. Hours of free play were not an option between having to work and take care of kids from 6 a.m. to midnight each day. Between workbooks, Zoom classes, and yes, a daily movie, kids and adults entered a new reality. But as we neared the end of week 1, our family was itching to regain our community. On Friday afternoon, we made a list of all 50 Los Angeles-based family members. That was first cousins and closer. We sent texts to everyone wishing them Shabbat Shalom and asking if they'd be up for a properly social distanced visit. People immediately responded and the planning began. We stayed up late on Friday planning the route, the snacks, the bathroom breaks. Bright and early the next day, we pulled up to Fountain View to start the day with the kids, with the kids' great-grandparents, Dick and Barbara Braun. From our car, windows rolled down, the kids were able to scream, "Surprise!" shake pom-poms, and shout out what they'd been up to while stuck at home all week. From Fountain View, we drove to the west side, zigzagging across the city as we hit home after home. The kids were delighted to be able to break a few rules and unbuckle their seatbelts before pulling up to homes so that they could hide to yell, "Surprise!" We allowed them to stop for whatever drive-through fast food they wanted to eat, which ended up being quesadillas and curly fries. We gave them control of the car radio to listen to whatever they wanted as loudly as they wanted. As we pulled up to each stop, I posted a short video on Instagram. As the day continued, more and more people began to take notice. Our planning led others to get creative with their day in preparation for our arrival. We pulled up to homes that made enormous signs for us. Others made welcoming chalk murals and had music blasting for a dance party. Some had snacks carefully waiting for us. Our 4-year-old fell asleep and unfortunately missed seeing her cousins dressed in full costume dancing around to our 6-year-old's favorite song. The entire road trip lasted 9 straight hours. It included a distance picnic in the park, some of the best ice cream we've ever had, listening to Dance Monkey and hand clap one too many times, and a math lesson the next day as we calculated that we had driven 150.2 miles. And yes, we were able to find some freedom and get out of the house. More importantly, we were able to remind the kids that while we must be isolated to protect everyone, their community is still out there and will be ready to welcome them with open arms when this is all over. We are strengthened by the fortitude of our freed ancestors who praised God at the moment of their liberation from bondage. Mi Chamocha on page 114 of the Siddur.
Take out your tambourines and sing along. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot oseh peleh, nora tehilot oseh peleh. Yai lai lai lai, ya la 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 la, yai lai lai, ya la 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 la, ya lai la la. שיר החדשים וגאולים לשמך שפתיים יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד
Please rise if you can as we begin the opening prayers of the Amidah on page 115b. When we stop singing, please continue in the Hebrew or the English, or you can use this time for your own personal meditation.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha Oh God, open up my lips as I begin to pray. Oh God, open up my lips as I begin to pray. Adonai, sefatai tiftach, ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, sefatai tiftach, ufi yagid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גואל לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר, ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ופוקד שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם ארוני, מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמעתי שמעתו בשמי מרום, ככתוב ביד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש קדוש קדוש, אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. אז בקול רעש גדול, עתיר וחזק משמיעים קול, מתנשאים למצרפים, לעומתם ברוך יאמרו, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. ממקומך מלכנו תופיע, ותמלוך עלינו כי מחכים אנחנו לך. מתי תמלוך בציון? בקרוב בימינו לעולם ותשכון. תתגדל ותתקדש בתוך ירושלים עירך, לדור ודור ולנצח נצחים. בעינינו תראנה מלכותך, כדבר האמור בשירי עוזך. על ידי דוד משיח צדקך, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה.
לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים, ולנצח נצחים, קדושתך נקדיש בשבחך אלוהינו, מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד, כי המלך גדול, כי המלך גדול, וקדוש אתה. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים, ולנצח נצחים, קדושתך נקדיש. ברוך אתה אדוני האל, האל הקדוש, הקדוש.
If you finished your davening, please join us on page 120 for Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru Amen.
There's a saying in the Mishnah, mitzvah goreret mitzvah, which means one mitzvah or good deed brings about another mitzvah. And this is what happened only a few weeks ago to my friend Agatha. Agatha is somewhat older than me and lives with her husband. Both Agatha and her husband have medical issues, and it was clear that during this time of sheltering at home, they would have to dispense with any in-home help. Aggie, as her friends called her, was worried about how she was going to get her groceries because neither of them could go to the market. When the shelter at home order was issued, Aggie had a personal trainer in her employ. She knew that her trainer, Celia, needed the money from her various jobs. She decided to pay her trainer not to come until things got back to normal. Celia was overwhelmed by Aggie's offer and asked if she could give Aggie sessions online in exchange for the money. But Aggie was having a hard time concentrating on online lessons and didn't want to be tied to a schedule. She told Celia no, but that she really wanted her to take this money for not coming. Celia thought a minute and then asked, "Could I get your groceries for you?" Inexplicably, Celia had hit upon the very thing that Aggie needed, and Aggie decided to say yes. So every weekend, Aggie sends Celia a comprehensive list of what she needs from the grocery store. Every Monday, Celia shops for food for herself and for Aggie. When she's finished, Celia texts the amount of the grocery bill to Aggie, and Aggie writes a check for the amount and for her services, and leaves it outside the front door. Celia drops the bags of food by the front door, takes her check and leaves. And when she's in the car, she texts, "I've left." Aggie can safely open her front door and take the food in. One good deed led to another, and 2 prayers were answered during the time of the quarantine. We're going to start to do a short Torah reading. So I want everyone who's watching to join in the blessings on page 142. I'm turning my pages too. And so take your talit. Let me get set up here. Oops, I'm on the wrong page. And if you can take your talit and you can touch it to the corner of the computer, or if you have the red Eitz Chaim in front of you or any chumash, you can touch it to the chumash. And I'm going to call everybody up to the Torah, and then we'll sing the blessing on page 142. ויעזור ויגן ויושיע לכל החוסים בו ונאמר אמן. הכל הבו גודל אלוהינו ותנו כבוד לתורה. תעמדו כל אלה שמשתתפות במניין נשמה. ברוך שנתן תורה לעמו ישראל בקדושתו. ואתם מדביקים באדוני אלוהיכם, חיים כולכם היום. Everybody together. Baruch hu et Adonai hamborach.
Baruch Adonai hamborach leolam vahed.
Repeat. Baruch Adonai hamborach leolam vahed. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol hamim. V'natan lanu et torato. Baruch ata Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayomer Adonai Moshe emor lekohanim b'nei Aharon ve'amarta alehem lenefesh lo yitama be'amav ki im neshero hakarov elav leimo le'aviv ve'libno levito le'achiv ve'lachoto betula הקרובה אליו, אשר לא הייתה לאיש la yitama, lo yitama bal be'amav, lehecha lo. Lo yikrechu korchat rosham, ufeat sekanam lo yigalechu, uvivsaram lo yisretu saratet. Kedoshim yiyu lelohehem, velo yichalelu Shem Elohehem, ki et ishe Adonai Lechem Elohehem, hem makrivim vehayu kodesh. I'm going to kiss again. You want to kiss the screen? And we say the final blessing together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
And now I'm going to do our Devar Torah, really a Devar Tefillah, a word about prayer. On the evening of April 9th, corresponding to the 16th of the Hebrew month of Nisan, Jews all over the world began counting. From the second night of Passover until the beginning of our next major festival, Shavuot, or the Feast of Weeks, Jews count each day, recollecting a journey from the first moment of ancient liberation to the moment that they became a religious and national entity through the acceptance of monotheism and by joining a covenant of faith and obedience to the one God at Mount Sinai. As dramatic as the story of the exodus of the Hebrew slaves is, and as dynamic as the preparation for and celebration of the Passover holiday is, the joining together of Pesach and Shavuot through a ritual of counting after the initial agricultural reason for the holiday no longer existed shows us something. For a people merely to be free of tyrannical rule will not mold them into a people. They must find their purpose and direction within that freedom. People cannot exist without law to direct their actions for the good of the community. Chaos is not liberty. It is renewed tyranny, especially for the weakest members of society. This year, the people of the world also began to count. For those living in Los Angeles, the count started on March 20th, 2020. But instead of going from liberation to peoplehood, we went from freedom to self-imposed restriction of personal freedoms. Instead of being rescued from despair and isolation and creating community, we faced communal splintering and an uncertain future. How can we develop the patience to deal with the sense of loss and loneliness that we now face? Each day that we resolve to respect the shelter-at-home orders, we are like our ancestors, working our way toward the day of our liberation from isolation. By staying at home, we are saying yes to our society, yes to the value of protecting each other, each member of the community. Yes to those who risk their lives to save us, and to those who create lifelines for our survival. We are saying yes to existence, yes to life. What we need in abundance at this time is to be able to cope long enough to assure our redemption. The Hebrew slaves were asked to commit to 3 things on their way to becoming a people. Liberation came, but they were asked to do their part to help God bring about that redemption. Second, they ultimately promised to obey God's law. But above and beyond these 2 things, they had been asked to have faith in God. It is faith that we need now. Faith is the only tool that will sustain us in times of uncertainty. We can express and feel hope through acts of faith, praying for our welfare and the welfare of others, being the hands of God, taking care of others while we take care of ourselves. We must simply have faith that Yihiyeh Tov, things will be good again, and that there is still goodness in the world. Also that Yom Yavo, a long-awaited day of renewed light, hope, and reunion will arrive. To get to that day will take the efforts of every one of us. Let us be patient. Let us do what we can do. Let us have faith. Today is the 30th day of the Omer, 3 weeks and 2 days, and day 50 of the quarantine. Shabbat Shalom. We continue with a prayer of blessing for all those who are ill. Mishaberach is found on page 144 of the Siddur. When I pause briefly, say the name of your loved ones or your friends who are ill. Mishaberach Avotenu Abraham Yitzhak v'Yaakov v'Imotenu Sara Rivka Rachel v'Leah hu yivarech v'yirpeh את כל החולים בקהילתנו הקדושה, הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא רחמים עליהם, להחזיקם ולרפאותם, וישלח להם מהרה רפואה שלמה מן השמיים, רפואת הנפש ורפואת הגוף, בתוך שאר חולי ישראל. שבת היא מלזעוק רפואה קרובה לבוא, השתבח לה בזמן קריב, ונאמר אמן. And now let's sing a Mishaberach for healing of body and spirit, for ourselves, for all the doctors, nurses, and the first responders who have given so tirelessly of their time and energy on behalf of all of us. We also want to bless those who have worked so hard to keep the supply lines open and moving so that we could get the sustenance we have needed. Thank you all so much to all of those people. If there's someone in the room with you, you can hold your shoulders, but if you're all by yourself, we're just holding together. So Cindy, Mishaberach.
Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishaberach Imotenu Bekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
If you can rise, please rise for the Elenu on page 183.
Aleinu, 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 Aleinu לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה. עלינו, everybody. עלינו. עלינו, your turn. עלינו. שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. עלינו, together, עלינו, 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 ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. עלינו, 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 ככתוב בתורתך, ארונה ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני ושמו אחד ושמה אחד. עלינו, 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 עלינו.
We all know of young Anne Frank, who kept a diary while in hiding in Amsterdam during World War II. There were others who kept diaries, among them Eddie Hellesum, who lived only 2 blocks from Anne Frank. A little more than a year before her death in the camps, musing on the many Jewish deaths that had been reported on English radio, she wrote, "And yet, I don't think life is meaningless. I find life beautiful and meaningful from minute to minute." Marcia Falk, a Jewish author and teacher, wrote, "Time, though imperfect, is diligent and wrestles down grief, and that all things are born small and grow large, except grief, which is born large and grows small." One sec. For all those who are in mourning or observing a yard site today, know that we all stand with you, not physically, but in spirit. I'm sorry, I'm kind of tearing up. It's the first time that I've led it since my father died. So let us join in the Kadisha tome, page 184. Yid Gadal v'Yid Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma Divrach Yerutei V'Yamlich Malchutei, B'chayechon Uvyomechon Uv'Hayei D'chol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala V'Zman Kari V'Imru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Ome'amaya, Yitbarach V'Yishtabach V'Yitba'ar V'Yitromam V'Yitnaseh. Vid hadar vitale vital al shmei de kudisha. Brichu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush bechata v'nechemata. Damiran bi'alma b'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael b'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael b'imru amen. I'd like to make a few announcements and say a few thank yous. I'd like to thank Rabbi Ed Feinstein, the VBS Sisterhood, Alana Vorspan, and Alana Zimmerman for helping make this Minyan possible. And thanks to Effie Braun and our friend of the Minyan who shared stories with us today, and to all those who sent me their words of gratitude that we read at the beginning of the service. A thank you to my committee who helped conceive of this Minyan, Karen Schwartzman, Jean Blumen, Pam Offsay, Sherry Angel Schiffman, Marcy Howard, Marcy Stempler, Susan North Gilboa, and Heather Binder, who sends out our announcements. We thank Liat Cohen for her help with publicity, and thank you to Cindy for leading us in song today. The first Minyan of next year is set for October 31st. Watch for announcements as to whether it will be virtual, in person, or both. Please rise for Kiddush on Motzi on page 315. I'm going to have to. We're going to do the Kiddush and the Motzi on page 315 of the Sidur. Cindy will start with Shamru.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Al Kain Barach Adonai et Yom HaShabbat vayikadshehu Savri Virotai v'Rabotai Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Borei Peri HaGafen.
L'chaim, everyone. We didn't say l'chaim.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Hamotzi Lechem Min Haaretz. Amen. I want to wish everyone a week of safety and good spirits. We miss you very much, and we look forward to the time that we can all be together again in the same room. Cindy will lead us in Save a Life to end our service. If you don't know the words and you don't have them, just hum along. It's a very beautiful song and very appropriate to our time.
Broken hearts, shattered visions, pieced together one by one. Hurt another hand, the world's destroyed, but save a life and you will save the world. No more darkness, no more hiding, no more crying, no more lies. Looking for the way back home again. Save a life and you will save the world. Darkness fades, the morning light appears. Shadows dance and come to greet the day. The voices of angels sing, words of comfort whispering. Save a life and you will save the world. voices singing, wipe your eyes now, no more fears. Take my hand, we'll build the world together. Save a life and you will save the world. Morning comes, a new day has begun. See the light and come to greet the day. The voices of angels sing, words of comfort whispering. Save a life and you will save the world. In the garden, voices singing, wipe your eyes now, no more fears. Take my hand, we'll build the world together. Save a life and you will save the world. Take my hand, we'll build the world together. Save a life and you will save the world.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom.